Yo, what's up, peoples? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all see the shirt? Y'all see the shirt? Had a lot of compliments at the theaters today over this shirt. You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, that's a dope shirt, bro. That's a dope shirt, bro. I got the comic too. I got the comic book as well. But yeah, I went to see the Superman 2025 film. You know what I'm saying? I can't just simply say Superman because I'll think because when you say just Superman movie, you think of the Christopher Reeves back in '78. You know what I'm saying? Like anyway, I'll just say Superman 2025. I went to see it. I have a lot of thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of good thoughts, a lot of negative thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But overall the movie was decent, you know what I'm saying? The movie wasn't bad as people try to make it out to be, you know what I'm saying? I know when I remember when the first trailer come out, a lot of people was trying to dog it. A lot of people was trying to hate on it. A lot of people was pushing a hate campaign behind it. The movie was not that bad, you know what I'm saying? It had a few stuff that was kind of but for the most part it was decent. Um the characters, like I'll say, they threw a lot of stuff at you, you know what I'm saying? This movie, it just threw a lot of stuff at you, you know what I'm saying? So many characters left and right. A lot of surprise characters that you would never expect to see, you know what I'm saying? It just threw a lot at you. I will put it that way. Um, there was no origin story. Like coming into the movie, it's like you would really have to know Superman. They didn't give us an origin story. You know what I'm saying? You would have to come in and really know who Superman is and everything. Um, they would show us like quote like lines, quotes that you would read at the beginning just to give us a quick explanation of who Superman is, blah blah blah. So yeah, and then bam, the movie starts. Um, the dog Crypto, he was pretty cool. He was pretty funny. How they used the dog, Crypto. It was certain times I was getting mad at him. I ain't gonna lie. It was certain times I was getting mad at Crypto. Like it was just stuff that was unnecessarily, you know what I'm saying? But it was times he came to help Superman at the right situations, you know what I'm saying, for attacking the enemies and stuff. Um, who else? Members of the Justice Gang, the Justice Society. It was one. The Green Lantern. We seen them in the on trailers, so it's not spoiling. The Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, the one with the bowl cut, Hawk Girl, Mister Terrific. Um, they was okay. I really like Mister Terrific. Mister Terrific was solid in this film. He was decent. You know what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to be like the smart one of the smartest men of the universe. You know what I'm saying? I really like Mr. Terrific a lot in this movie. He was decent. I was worried about him because from watching the trailers, the way he was talking, I felt like they was gonna make him be a little more of a stereotype, but he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because from what I remember, like Mr. Terrific watching, like reading his comics, and even as a kid watching the Justice League Unlimited, he spoke articulate. You know what I'm saying? He spoke proper. You know what I'm saying? He didn't speak, hood, ghetto. You know what I'm saying? He spoke, with intellect. You know what I'm saying? And he was like that. He showed they like his intellect was put on display. I like that made, him hacking, machines and computers and stuff like that. They showed that side of him, which I did like. I liked his fight scene. He had one good fight scene that I really liked. The one that I didn't like about it was the music that they put in while the fight scene was going. I did not like the music choice during his fight scene. It was just, it didn't fit with the scene. It didn't fit well with the scene. It was just real off-putting. I'll put it that way. I liked it on his fight scene. It was the music that was just throwing me off. The music choice. That's like my only negative take on it, was the music choice during the fight scene. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it. The guy who portrayed him, he did a good job. Now the way he was talking, you know, it wasn't like hood or stereotypical, but he like the way he was talking, he sounded like just average, black dude, like hey man, what you talking about? Like it was like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, what you talking about? What you talking about, man? Like, it was like that. That I did kind of like the way he talked. I did. It wasn't nothing ghetto hood stereotypical. It was just like he was just talking like an average black dude, but he showed his intellect. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. I liked it. Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl was very irrelevant in this movie. I didn't really see much out of her. I mean, she was just there. I didn't really see much from her. It was like she was just irrelevant. uh, she had one big scene. That was about it. Like, I didn't see much from her. Uh, Guy Gardner, he was okay. He was pretty kind of. He was kind of funny. Um, he had some pretty, cool scenes from him. Um, uh, it was meh. Like Hawk Girl and the Guy Gardner Green Lantern, both of their scenes was. I don't see how they was in the movie, but Mr. Terrific, he was perfect in the movie. I liked him. Um, Lois Lane, she was pretty. She was a good Lois Lane. She was a pretty good Lois Lane. She had, asking, interviewing, Clark Kent, Superman. She was real funny, very humorous. It was good acting, the way they was arguing with each other and that type of thing. Jimmy Olsen, Jimmy Olsen, he was the guy playing Jimmy Olsen. He was pretty cool. Um, he was pretty humorous, I guess. I've always known Jimmy Olsen to be a photographer, not a journalist. I always known him to be a photographer, but in this movie, he was more of a journalist. Perry White, you know, I just laugh. They used a black guy to play Perry White. He was just there. He was just he was just there. It wasn't nothing. He was just there. Him smoking on his cigar. Um, what else? Superman. I do not like the suit. I will say that I do not like the Superman suit. It turns me off. I hate the S symbol. I hate it. I hate the whole logo. I hate the S symbol. The whole suit in general. If whenever the next movie comes, if he's in it, I hope they just change the suit overall. I think it's a terrible suit. Out of all the Superman suits, Christopher Reeve's suit is better than this one. The Superman Returns suit is better than this one. Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, his suit is better than this one. I hate this suit in this movie. But the guy playing Superman, David Corn Sweat, he was decent. He was pretty decent, even though It just showed that he was getting beat up a lot. I mean, he was getting beaten up a lot quite all throughout the movie, pretty much. He was getting quite beat up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was getting shaken up too much. You know what I'm saying? But he had some good fight scenes. You know, a lot of visuals. You know, him flying through the all his flying scenes was pretty cool. It was certain shots of him that I really liked. Him, you know, stopping, you know, him saving people, stopping people from falling buildings. And I remember, like after it, him up in smoke, him from the rising from the dust, the smoke, him rising, like it was like a beautiful shot after he done saved the lady who was in a car and everything. It was good shots of him. Some of the villains, I ain't gonna tell them who it is, but it's one particular villain who's like an evil variant of Superman. If you know, you know. I didn't like how they used him in this movie. The way they used him, I just didn't like it. Um, it just felt like they used him. It was like they were like playing a video game. You know what I'm saying? Once you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was like the way they used him. It was like to use him against Superman. It was like they was like playing a video game of using him fighting Superman with Lex Luthor. That he was pretty much the mastermind behind this character and how he created this character. Um, Lex Luthor, he was he seemed like a crybaby, a billionaire crybaby who didn't have his way. Him screaming, yelling, throwing stuff when things don't go his way. He seemed like a petulant child. That's what I saw of him. It felt like he was just a petulant child, you know. Um, the girlfriend that he had was, taking selfies, all, wearing expensive clothes. Pretty much, the girlfriends he had, it was, uh, he was okay, but he wasn't, he wasn't as menacing as I would want him to be. He wasn't as menacing. Like, he wasn't as, like, he was just a crybaby. You know what I'm saying? A young baby face, crybaby. He was like a millennial Gen Z type of young dude. You know what I'm saying? He was just a crybaby. Um, and how it just felt like this Superman was just easy to run through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how it was easy it is to go to his, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but it just seemed like it was so easy to go through his secret identity, go through his secret, his secret places and everything. Like, this Lex Luthor just easily walked through him, and how easy it was to capture him, and it just seemed like he was just easy to just beat down on. He was just easy to run through. You know what I'm saying? I That's not what I thought Superman would be. I didn't. It just This movie made him look like a pushover. I didn't see no toughness. I didn't see no, strong, upstanding, it just seemed like he was just just a pushover to me. You know what I'm saying? But uh but it's so much I could say. But the musical score was okay. Like really, the musical score, it was just a riff of the original Superman theme from John Williams back in 1978. Christopher Reeves, that theme song, like the musical score is just a riff off that, basically, all throughout the movie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a lot of characters that they threw at. They threw hints of this character might is gonna have a show in the future. This character gonna have a movie. They showed hints of what's to come in the future. Whether it's TV shows, movies, they threw hints of the characters that they showed in the movie. It's one that I actually laughed at, and I said, "Oh, I can't wait to see him in the future." So yeah, they throw some characters in there, you know. And this one particular character at the very end, they showed this one character at the very end, damn near at the end of the movie, and I'm just sitting there like, where the hell was this character to help out Superman? Like where was this character? What the hell was this character was doing? Where was this character we're at while Superman was in trouble, getting beat down? Like where was this character at? Like it would have been a whole lot more easier if this character would have shown up. But this character showed up at the end. But obviously we might see this character in the future in the next movie or so. I would give this movie six out of 10. 6 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't the best Superman movie, but it wasn't that bad. It was decent. Christopher Reeves Superman beats this without a question. Superman Returns is way better than this. Henry Cavill's Man of Steel better than this. Even though I don't like Henry Cavill's Superman as far as him being a dark, depressing Superman, but that movie was better than this. Better acting, better cinematography, better action scenes, fight scenes, better visual effects. It had better all of that. It's just my only thing about Henry Cavill Superman. He was a dark, depressing Superman, and that's not what I really like of Superman. That's not really what I would like for Superman to be. I always expected Superman to be a more happy, joyful Superman, a happy, joyful character. You know what I'm saying? Not dark, depressing, edgy, you know, careless. That's not what I would envision Superman of being. So, but even that, it had better storytelling than this film, and it just overall was better than this film. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I give this 6 out of 10. This movie, it may be a success. They want this to be a success. That's what they want. That Warner Brothers want this to be a success, but we'll hope. We don't. I don't know if this movie gonna make $1 billion. I don't know. I don't know if this movie gonna make $1 billion. But that's what they hoping. Warner Brothers. I don't know if it's gonna make it that much. To be honest with you, it's some people that ain't really feeling the movie at all. Some people think about don't want to see it from the get go. Now me as a fan, I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Just to just to be open minded. I came with an open mind to see this movie because I like Superman. I wanted to go see it just to see for myself. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted, and I came with an open mind. So it's not that bad. The movie ain't that bad. The way people are trying to make it out to be. So yeah. Peace, y'all.